In this video, we're going to discuss the axis of symmetry of quadratic functions. Every quadratic function is a parabola. It's either a U-shaped parabola or an upside-down U-shaped parabola. And all parabolas are symmetric about some line. So for this parabola, it would be this line. For the other parabola, it might be this line. And there is an equation to find the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry for any equation, for any quadratic equation, to find the axis of symmetry, you do negative b over 2a. So let's look at an example. Let's say we have the equation y is equal to x squared minus x minus 20. And we want to find the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry is x is equal to negative b. b is always the coefficient of the x term, which in this case is negative 1. So negative 1 over 2 times a. a is always the coefficient of the x squared term, in this case it's 1. So the axis of symmetry for this graph is x is equal to negative 1 is positive 1 over 2 times 1, which is 2. So x is equal to 1 over 2. Let's graph this equation and let's see if the axis of symmetry makes sense. We're going to go into y equals, and we're going to graph 1x squared, or just x squared, minus 1x, or just minus x, minus 20. And then we're going to use zoom 6, resume standard. And it looks about accurate that the axis of symmetry should be somewhere at x equals to 1. X is equal to 1 over 2. Somewhere over there. Let's look at another example. Wanted to find the equation of the axis of symmetry of the equation y is equal to negative x squared plus 7x minus 6. And we're going to use the equation x is equal to negative b over 2a. So x is equal to negative b, in this case is 7, over 2 times a, in this case is negative 1. So the equation for the axis of symmetry in this case would be negative 7 over negative 2, which is just 7 over 2.